Hey guys, it's Drew again, and this week we are talking about our coming out stories. So before I begin, just as a reminder, my identity is female to male transgender, and I use he and him pronouns. So I came out multiple times. I first came out as a lesbian, but I never used that term, which I now know is because I didn't identify as a woman, and that term just did not sit well with me. So I would always say things like queer or gay. That really should have been a telling sign of something here is not right, but I had no other language at the time to describe how I felt, so that was the best fitting thing I could find. And yeah, I came out to my mom one night sitting at our fire in our backyard at 1 a.m. and I was just like, "Mom, I like girls, I'm going to bed, and I love you." And she was like, "No, we need to talk about this, hold on." So we talked about it for a little bit. I had just been on a date that day, and I came home really upset because it just the date did not go as well as I wanted it to at all. And so we talked about that a little bit and whatever. And my mom was just basically you're young, you don't need to worry about this stuff right now. I love you no matter what, but just cool it, basically. Which I feel like she would have said if I had been coming to her about a guy, too. So it was not a no, you can't be gay thing. It was just you're young and you can be whatever you want to be, but don't worry about it right now. It's not important at this point. So that was pretty much it for a couple of years, and I didn't date anybody seriously, so I didn't think it was a big deal to have another conversation. And then I met my now fiance and realized this is a serious relationship. I want to be in this relationship for a very long time. I need to tell my parents, so I did, and they were really not okay with it. It was a real struggle for a while. They were never abusive or verbally or mentally or anything like that. They never told me I was a horrible person because I liked a girl or anything like that. It was, I think, more that they were scared of what the future held for me because of what other people think, and I completely empathize with that and appreciate that they felt that way, if that's how they felt. But yeah, so it was kind of a rough start there, and then after some time, they let Natalie come over, and they met her, and they pretty much fell in love with her, and to this day, the joke is that Natalie is invited to everything, and I'm I have to get an invite, so they clearly love Natalie. So that it really helped that I was in a good relationship. And my parents, I think, saw that and realized it doesn't matter if you're with a guy or a girl, as long as you're happy. So they've really come around in that sense. My brother and sister, they love Natalie from the get-go. They could care less if I was with a girl or a guy or a non-binary person, or they just really could care less. I'm their older sibling, and that's all that matters to them. So fast forward a little bit, and I learn of the term transgender. I start doing all this at-home research on what transgender is and what it means to be transgender, and just what that looks like, and the possibilities of hormones and all that good stuff. And as I was reading people's stories or watching their videos, I was just kind of sitting there going, "Shit, this is me. Okay, I figured it out, this makes sense. So many things in my life make more sense now." So I came out to my fiance, and she was like, "Yeah, I know." So that was pretty cool that she was so aware of what was going on already, and just so accepting and so supportive, and being able to just say things like, "I don't like it when you call me baby girl because I don't feel like I'm a girl." She stopped saying that. It was awesome. It was great. So she was really, really supportive. It was really great. I later, probably 2 years later or so, came out to my family via email because I just could not work up the nerve to tell them face to face. I was too scared of what they were going to say or how they were going to react. So I sent them an email. I pretty much just said, like, I'm sorry I'm coming out this way, but this is the best thing I know to do right now. I'm trans, my name's Drew now, blah blah blah. Didn't really get a response. My dad texted me and said, love you, and I was like, okay, I don't really know what that means. Like, did you read the email or not? And no one really said anything for a while, me or my parents, and it made it really awkward for a minute, because there was this thing out there, but we weren't talking about it, and I wanted to be called something else, but they weren't even acknowledging that, and it was just a roller coaster for a minute. But finally, I decided I'm starting hormones, so I still want my family in my life, so I'm going to call them over and tell them face to face that I'm starting hormones. So I called my parents and was like, can you guys come over tonight? I need to talk to you. So they came over and I was like, yeah, so I'm starting hormones tomorrow. Just wanted you to know. And like they had some questions just about, things that would change, and are these things permanent? What if I decide to stop taking testosterone? All these things. And we talked about it, and I explained that I've done my research and that I feel confident that this is what I want to do. And they're like, okay, you're an adult, you're a kid, we love you. We don't necessarily think that this is what you should be doing, but it's not our place to tell you not to. So, we love you and we support you. The way that they support me is by continuing to love me and keeping me in their lives. They don't call me Drew, they don't call me he, they don't call me their son or their brother. Sometimes my siblings call me their brother, sometimes they call me Drew, but it just kind of depends on the day and like how everybody's feeling, which is totally fine with me. My parents are at a place of, this is our kid and we love them, that's really all that matters, and I'm fine with them calling me my birth name for the rest of my life. It just really doesn't bother me because I just know where they're coming from, I guess. And my brother and sister have been nothing but supportive and loving and open, but again, like sometimes they call me my birth name and she, and it doesn't bother me, it's fine. So yeah, I would say overall I had a pretty good coming out. There were definitely times I did not feel it was so good, and I thought we were never going to make any progress, and I was just never going to get on hormones, and I was never going to do these things. But here I am, a little over 6 months on T, and things are going really good. Things are really great. So yeah, that's my coming out story. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.